nothing about Alaska at all.
It's the 50th state, and it's the furthest northern state, not part of the continental United States.
Well, in 1846 or 1849, Seward's Folly was when Alaska was purchased by Seward, our Secretary of State.
There's this film named Fargo. I think it takes place in Alaska.
Oh yeah,
it's
and
pretty cold.
The Miracle, wasn't that a hockey game? Hockey movie? It's probably in the
Yeah, there's always hockey movies.
And it was funny because back then they were like, oh man, Seward just fucked up big time, bought this huge piece of land, and it's not going to do anything with it. But, you know, then there was gold there, so that's pretty cool.
I thought it was a myth that it was really cold there, but I heard it really is because people from Alaska that I seen that live here, they walk around with just regular light jackets.
That must be pretty.
Winter.
That must be pretty nice, actually.
It's a really cold place, but it can be a cool place to visit. But I mean, I don't know, it's very native maybe. I'm not really sure, I never really learned a whole lot about Alaska, but just stuff I've seen, like I've seen an ESCO movie, a documentary on it a long time ago in our communications class, and just was like, just kind of making fun of other people. It had like 8 people come out of the canoe, you know, just like stuff like that. It's just kind of, they hunt everything that they eat and stuff like that. Just, I don't know, just really basic information that I know. You know, there's a lot of oil up there too, and we get a lot of resources from Alaska. It also helps us be the third largest continental landmass in the world that belongs to a nation, second to Canada and Russia. What else is in Alaska? Well, you know, Alaska's the only American soil to be invaded during World War II at the Aleutian Islands. That's pretty crazy. The Japanese were up there. The capital is Juneau. Some other cities up there. Having trouble remembering their names.
Alaska, that's all I know pretty much. Basically, it's pretty much a cold place to live. Climate's very cold. Winter is like, I think, way farther than the place where we are now, Chicago. And Alaskan people are Asiatic and complexions is white, Caucasian, and pretty much animals are pretty much deleted around, except for like the animals that they use, like Alaskan Huskies, pretty much basically sled teams, and they only have sports as far as like tobogganing, ice hockey, skiing, all pretty much basically wintering terms.
Maybe it's like a big ski resort thing in Alaska. I've never really been there. I only know fantasies of it.
And I guess that'll be about it as far as I know about Alaska.
What do you mean? What's wolf control?
Okay, like people control the wolf population by hunting them and killing them, so that they can, so that the wolves basically don't kill the caribou.
It's the caribou.
The caribou. What the hell? Caribou what?
Caribou are they're like reindeer.
If there's just clearing out a minimum of them, they're not like, they're gonna make sure they can still repopulate, right?
Well, this reminds me of Australia, back when the rabbits were taking over the population. And of course there should be some kind of control. It's hard to say because then we as humans are presumptuous enough to think that we are the reigning life form on this planet. Well, of course, it's all about the survival of the fittest, and I think as long as we're allowing them to live, that some control should be taken care of, should be needed.
So I think if they were to let them repopulate, I'm sure they could do it.
Well, first of all, you have to think about which one's better, the wolves or the caribou reindeers.
Reindeer is pretty good. I've never had one.
Why do you want to save the reindeer but kill the wolves?
I think it's so fine to hunt the wolves as long as they don't, just like you said, if there's too many, yeah, then they should hunt them, but otherwise I don't think they should try anything. make another species extinct.
Whatever they're trying to say. But yeah, as long as if wolves, if wolves are harmful to humans, then yeah, take them out because no one wants them. And deers are not very harmful to humans, so yeah.
Maybe we really know that there were any caribou in Alaska, but if they were, I guess they have as much as a right to be protected as well as any other species.
That's the way the world works. I mean, do they really need to be regulated? Do we need to save the reindeer by killing the wolves? I don't know. Should have people control, I think.
I don't know as much about what's going on with wolf control, but typically we need the larger predators in the wildlife in order to keep the balance of animals in balance. Without the major predators, we are going to be overburdened without the natural enemy to the lesser. I don't know the words I'm looking for, but we definitely need all the critters in order to keep a balance in nature. I am not for drilling for oil in Anwar. It's a natural wildlife preserve, and we can save a lot more fossil fuel, just by energy conservation. The amount of fuel we're going to acquire out of Anwar is minimal compared to if this administration would just adopt some conservation practices for this nation.
Huh?
I have no idea what that is.
Anwar?
Well, I certainly think that our dependence on
Yeah, you guys can walk across them.
dependence on oil is kind of disturbing. As a matter of fact, I think it's probably one of the most disturbing things to the future generations. So I think without dependence on oil, we would be forced to find a new energy source. However, in order to do that, we do need machines, and I think that with some more safety regulations, I believe that drilling would be okay. But as it stands right now, I think some thought should be put into making it more safe to drill. Maybe with permission from the people that live there. I mean, I'm not really sure
About the oil pretty much basic. I know it's a long line of pipeline going through there, but pretty much I'm all dumbfounded as far as the real issues on the oil.
Well,
I don't know nothing about oil drilling.
all I know is that we're importing it from other countries, and if we can export it from somewhere, that'd be from our own country. That'd be great. But if it's a wildlife refuge, I don't think it's such a good idea.
I'm not paying that much oil for my car.
I don't drive a car.
No, man, they should just leave everything like it is. Let the reindeer be killed by the wolves, and let the oil do whatever the oil does without, going in and raping and killing everything.
Okay,
Well, I think anything doing something illegal with oil is wrong. Maybe just stick to we get our oil from here. If you don't have oil in your state, just get it from somewhere else where you can legally get it.
If we're not going into our country still needs fossil fuels, since we haven't found a way to move ourselves off of it. So if we can do that without going into Anwar and without destroying more nature than what we've already destroyed, I don't have much of an opinion on building another pipeline. But as far as using federal funds to do it, currently Alaska is the most funded state of U.S. Monies in the country. We've given too much money. Right now, Illinois is a donor state to the federal system, and I'm not in favor of giving any more federal tax relief to Alaska. They want it. Let the oil industries pay for it. Right now, ExxonMobil has just had the record profit for any company ever in the history of all companies in the world, not just the United States, the history of the world. And with them having the most record profits during high gas prices for the locals, you and me, we do not need to give federal funds to pay for a pipeline. Let the oil industry do it themselves out of their profits.
I think that would be pretty much basically up to the people that's there.
I suppose that would be good. It would be much better for like people to come in, people like international people, guys,
I guess so.
Politicians from other countries.
I guess they would do that only just because they want other people to visit that capital. Because I guess Juneau is not accessible, even though it's very unique.
On a communication standpoint, I suppose, yeah, that'd be a great idea.
It's just like, oh, you have more people, you get the capital title now.
I think that's something that people of Alaska should decide on, and not the people of Chicago.
The promotion? Well, sure, why not? But I guess all the people like in Juneau would be all sad, like, oh, we used to be the capital, and now we moved here so we could live in the capital of Alaska, and now we're just Juneau and we're not the capital. And those damn Anchorage people. But you know, I guess why not, right? But I think Juneau is a cooler name.
I don't know, I like the name Juneau, so keep it there.
I guess so. They would get more money that way if more people would come there. Yeah. You're smart.
Awesome, great. I believe that's it. Is there anything you'd just like to say before you go?
I was wanting to go to Alaska. The other place I was thinking of was Fairbanks. Fairbanks and Anchorage. That's the other place.